Good all times, strong immortals out there, and welcome back to Infinity Complex Palace of the Immortals. I am your immortal king, Chris. We are back with more Hardspace Shipbreaker. I have Coxford Gamer on the other side but he's currently taking care of some stuff, snacking, munching, eating, lunching, whatever. And he did not get his headset muted properly, so he's got some background interference that's happening right now. I'll check in on him every few minutes, see if he's all good and ready or whatnot. In the meantime, I've got work to do on this ship. Let's see what we've got. Right, I was disassembling everything inside. A crate to go to the barge. Now, can we get these crates out of there easy? Somewhat. Alright. Whoomp. Alright. Get in there, get in there. Alright, that's fuel, or is that oxygen? I think that's oxygen. But the fuse, good stuff there. Alright, grab this. There's an atmosphere regulator just in this room. That doesn't make any sense. Like I said, though, I've got Caleb muted right now. I will unmute him every couple minutes just to check in on him. I don't know if he can hear me, but I can't hear him. Alright, so the air filter's easy. I just got to destroy the panels around it. Do I have another one over here? I do. And then, poof. Every now and again, this or that, not too bad. It's like, whatever you've got to sacrifice for something, it's always worth it. It's never like, oh, hey, guess what? That sucked. That was absolutely not worth it. What I will say isn't going to be worth it is trying to take this out through those doors. Here's what we're going to do. Just going to go ahead and slice us a big ol' hole. That's what we're going to do. Do it again over here. Zoop. And then turn. Because I could rotate easy, but with the clicker thing, but I ain't doing that. Because I won't get a good aim. I know me. I'm a terrible aim. Alright, and then we just take this. Ah, what are you doing? Let go of me. Whoosh, you're gone. Whoosh. Got all these parts just hanging out here. What's up with that? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Alright, hang on. 1 second, guys. I'm going to check on Caleb. Well, that's a noise. That is one heck of a noise. Gonna have to mute him again real quick. Sounds like he's got his headset sitting right next to a loud fan. If he ends up streaming again, I'm gonna have to let him know that I can't. Like I'm if he starts streaming while I'm doing this, I'll let him know. Hey, I can't hear you right now. Let him know that way. But yeah, it is kind of problematic that now which was that wasn't very helpful. And if he can hear me, hey man, just send me a message on YouTube real quick, letting me know, hey, I can hear you. Just, you know, that way I can unmute you that way when you're ready, if assuming you can hear me right now. This will work really well. Yeah, this works really, really well. Who would like to see a movie with Jackie Chan and John Cena in it? I would. I think that that would be funny. And Jackie Chan has to be John Cena's bodyguard. But he's so old now that nobody believes he's a good bodyguard, but he is still Jackie Chan, so he's still the best bodyguard. This is working out a lot better than I thought it would. This is a lot of terminals to rip off the wall. Okay. Console down. Computer terminal. Go. 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 I ripped off 7 or 8, so I've got to make sure I don't miss any. Does it feel like the ship is moving to you guys? All right, let me check on Caleb again. Hey, there he is. I can hear myself. Yeah, I could hear me coming through whatever you were watching me on. Yeah. Yeah, I had you muted because you didn't quite mute yourself proper when you left. Yeah. So look at your PlayStation button, right, on your controller. That little, it looks like a little light bar almost. If you push that and it lights up, you should be muted. Go ahead and give that a test. If you're talking, I can't hear you. Yeah. I can't hear anything from you when you do that. That's how I manage, like, if I've got a sneeze or something, I'm like, ah. Yeah, no. Yeah, I remember you saying you got it really, really you just got it pretty recently here, and I was like, he's probably just as confused about a lot of stuff as like I am. If you press and hold it, it'll mute not just your microphone, but every piece of audio. You won't hear anything either. Yeah. I was like, wait, what happened? Because I lost all my audio in a game once. It was like, is something wrong with my device, my headset? What's going on? Yeah, so it's got its handiness. Mm. Oh, that would suck. Leah, my headset, that I had about 5, 6 years ago, finally crapped out on me to the point to where I needed a new headset. It wasn't even charging. So, yeah, that's a huge problem. So, I I told Leah, I was like, hey, my headset stopped charging. I can't get it. We're gonna need to get me a new headset soon. She's like, I'll grab you a new headset on the way home from work. How's that? And I was like, oh, thanks. Yeah, that sounds awesome. So she stops at the store and is like, okay, I'm gonna get him a headset. She's like, what kind of headset do you want? And I was like, I don't really care as long as it's decent and not too badly priced. I don't want to spend an exorbitant amount of money on a headset. And I was like, I don't want anything over $100, and most of the good stuff's going to be over $100 unless it's on sale. And she goes, well, how do you feel about Turtle Beach? And I was like, Turtle Beach is expensive. It's usually good, but Turtle Beach is expensive. And she's like, well, they've got a pair of Turtle Beach on sale right now for under $100. I was like, they what? So that's what she brought home. And that's what I'm using now. And I'm telling you this, great headset. Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? No, no, I would doubt they would have. They've got that whole thing. Man, a lot of places are like that. Oh, you opened up the electronics? Too bad. We ain't taking it back now. I paid $800 for it and it didn't work the minute I took it out of the box. Now, a lot of them are like, how do I know that's not another one you broke and brought back and you're just trying to get it? Like, because it literally came out today. I'm the first person in line. They were like, "No, we ain't taking it back." They could be like that too. They don't care about you. All they care about is your money. No, not at all. It's like we were talking about before with games, you know? Gaming corporations, they just give us new stuff that we don't want instead of the old stuff we do want because they think we want new stuff when we don't because the new stuff is lacking quality. We want the old stuff that had the quality.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Lynx would like to share the following message.
You notice a lot of the Spider-Man games seem to be really successful even though they're basically the exact same thing. Gee, I wonder why that is. Is it because the formula's perfect? Is that it? Do you know when people don't like games? When the formula doesn't work. You know when people love games? When the formula is perfect. There are... Ready? Check this out. This is a game that I have probably played 100 times and will probably play 100 times again before I die. Katamari Damacy. You've never heard of Katamari? You, my friend, are missing out. Katamari Damacy is actually probably the second greatest video game ever made. Because I can't say my favorite video game in the world is StarCraft, so I can't say anything is better than StarCraft. But Katamari Damacy is probably the second greatest video game ever made. And it has one principle: roll a big ball around and stick stuff to it. Katamari, Katamari. Damacy, Damacy. It is you can just say Katamari. There are a bunch of different Katamari games, but it is the greatest Katamari game. It's got music. The songs are iconic. If you are walking down the street and you just happen to be walking past a Katamari fan without realizing it, and you decide to start going na 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 na, guaranteed if you walk past anybody who's played Katamari, they're gonna start going na 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 with you. You can find people who like Katamari just because you'll hear the music. It's just hearing the music will make people immediately think about the game because it's so iconic and it's such a good song. The music is like it's just so you're like, yeah. It's like it's a game it's a game that mired itself, not mired itself isn't the right word, but it's a game that established itself in such a way that there is no comparison to Katamari. It is a one of a kind game. I'm going to improve my tether lines and my charged push. Yeah, it's so the idea of the game is that your dad is king of the cosmos, this all powerful godlike being in space, and you are prince. And your dad is like huge, gigantic, massive, huge, just this colossal monstrosity of a man in space. And you are microscopic. And you have to push around this ball called the Katamari and get it to a specific size, or get a specific number of fish, or a specific number or a specific sized bear, or all sorts of other things. And whatever the goal is, once you've done this, if you've gotten the best you can get for it, you can get you get scored on it. And your dad is king of the cosmos, and he's during one of his parties, he partied a little too hard and accidentally blew up all the stars and all of the other stuff. So he's been like, yeah, I partied too hard and destroyed the world. So now what I need you to do, my piece of crap son who I hate, and I'm going to insult every time I see, which he does. He insults you every time he talks to you. Your dad is just a terrible person in every way, shape, and form. He insults you nonstop. And so all of this, and the best part is he's the one who judges you afterwards. Like, yeah, how well did you do? So if he hates it, if you did a really bad job, you will get horribly mocked by him. Yeah, your dad is a terrible person. So, but he needs you to help him because he's too much of a lazy piece of crap to do it himself or something. I'm not sure what your dad's overall problem is. You're just not supposed to like him, I think. But that's what makes him so endearing. He's like, "Oh my God, you're so tiny. How are you so tiny? I never had a son that small. This is embarrassing. I don't like how small you are. You need to get bigger, you piece of crap." Yeah. Now go roll around on Earth for 20 minutes and pick up 1,000 fish for me. And all the while you're playing and you're like, man, my dad sucks. I hate my dad. He's mean. He's rude. I hate what he said to me. You've got music playing in the background that's just like, this is the greatest music ever. How can I ever be angry at my dad when I get to listen to this music? I Katamari Damacy is probably, in my opinion, the best happy game anybody could ever have. Like, if you are sad and you just want to feel better, and you're like, man, life sucks. I'm really feeling down. I don't know if I've got what it takes to push through another day without just curling up in bed and crying. Katamari Damacy is that game. It's so delightful. The music is so fun. The characters are so ridiculous. The concept is bat crazy. Just bats. Totally bats. And it's so much fun. And then in the meantime, you've got this background story of how the humans are like, yeah, on the news, all the news is like, yeah, all the stars have disappeared and stuff. And you've got these two kids whose dad is an astronaut that's going to go try and fix the stars. And meanwhile, their mom is like, that's nice, dear. Now let's go to school. And it's hilarious. It really would be terrible to have a dad like that. Oh my God, it is so apparent he hates you. He is so much he is so much a self-serving individual. Like everything is all about him. The only thing he cares about is himself. He's like the only reason he's even worried about getting the stars put back is because people are mad at him. So it's all about him, him, him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I messed up and now the world is mad at me, son. Can you make sure that nobody's mad at me anymore, son? I don't want like, no, dad, you terrible person. You just spent 20 minutes calling me dumb and tiny and worthless. I don't want to help you." And then you come to find out later on, right? In later games, like in Katamari Royal Reverie, you come to find out that your granddad treated your dad the same way your dad treats you. Exactly. You just find out that your dad's a victim too, and he's a victim perpetuating the cycle. And while you feel bad for him, you're at the same time you're like, I feel bad for you, but that's not an excuse. You're like, if you didn't like it, why are you doing it to me? Because grandpa told you that that's the only way to do it? So it's like I do feel a little bad for him by the end of the game. Or actually pretty early in the game because your grandpa's actually worse than your dad. Oh yeah. Yeah, the things your grandpa says is a lot meaner to your dad than what your dad says to you. I actually do feel pretty bad for your dad by the end of it. I've got a thermal plate I can't rip off of an air filter that's also a lot of money. If I lose either one of these, I'm going to end up hurting myself. But I have to take the one, lose the lesser of two evils. The air filter has to die. The other stuff was worth more money. All right, now can I get this ship in here now that I've taken off some more stuff, or do I not have enough polling capacity? That's crazy. I don't understand. When I was doing this or doing stuff earlier, I had something I was stuck to, and it was pulling my whole ship from a single point with only like 2 tethers. I got 6 tethers going, and that ain't pulling the ship anywhere. You guys don't know what you're talking about, do you? That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care. Mode swap. Watch this. I'll just cut the ship in half. You have a little intro bit you do? Is that what you normally go by? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That sounds official, man. That sounds like that sounds like an official name situation. I like that. I'm Chris. You can say Chris. Probably about yeah. I I'm doing Hardspace Shipbreaker because I'm trying. I'm. The game is very relaxed but a lot of fun for the most part. and I just I got too many games I'm doing. I recently started playing Mortal Kombat 1 because Gamgee goaded me into it, and it is a lot of fun. I probably put 5 or 6 hours in on my first day, and and since I've done it, I've probably already done 40 hours and 40 episodes. Yeah, I went nuts. I had way too much fun with it. Well, the game's got a lot of rewarding parts to it. You know, it feels good to play when you earn stuff like skins and pallets and gear. That feels fun. And what? Oh, is there a thing you can do something like that with? I didn't know that. Oh, I I didn't have to do that. I told you I had a problem with RE5. I had a friend who was really into it was the problem. Whenever he'd come over, that's all he'd want to play. Well, after we'd beaten it like 8 times in a row, I was like, dude, guy, I can't do this anymore. For six, I played the first few missions in six, but I found it to be less enjoyable than 4 or 5. It just didn't feel as dynamic or something. I'm not sure what it was, but it felt almost flat in comparison to the other games. If I had to choose between 4 or 5, oh yeah, 4. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind, having RE5 around, especially with the various costumes for, Sheva and stuff. But, if RE5 was lacking a little bit. I think what it was for me is I liked the Resident Evil attaché, limited case system.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. This is your daily wake-up call.
But I didn't like it when you moved into when they moved over to like with RE5 and you're like, yeah, you can have 8 items or 9 items, and it's like, what? I I I abused the crap out of grenades. Oh man, I'd use the crap out of those. They are so effective. Yeah, I got a suit upgrade. Yay! My suit looks a little different. Do I want to start another ship right now, or do I want to call it an episode at a half hour? I think I want to call it an episode at a half hour and come back and do another ship at another time. Guys, like, share, subscribe, comment. Check us out on Discord and Patreon. Shout out to Daily Streams, Husky Gaming, and Greg from Vidya Gamer. Whatever you choose to do, stay immortal. Don't go dying on us. We love